Hey, and good afternoon, Niles. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon for Niles Voice of Business. This is a live stream where we feature interviews with local business owners, professionals, and village representatives to provide resources and insights for the businesses of Niles. And today we have with us Darren Brown, Director of the Niles Family Services. Darren, welcome and thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Alicia. It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell us, how long have you been with Niles Family Services?
I started here almost 5 years ago now.
Wow, excellent, excellent. And you have always been in the position of director?
No, I've been the director for about a year now, a little over a year, and I was an assistant director prior to that. But when
Excellent.
I first came, I was a social worker, a full-time social worker. So,
Oh, fabulous. So you've been with Niles for quite a long time. That's great.
yes.
And where did you come to us from? Where were you before here?
Sure. So I'm a social worker. My background's in social work with kids, with families and youth. And I came just prior to coming to Niles. I had spent most of my career as a director of therapeutic day schools and alternative schools. So providing behavioral programming for kids, in the school setting that have a harder time than a regular classroom. So.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about Niles Family Services and what services you offer.
Sure. Well, Niles Family Services, we pride ourselves on being a holistic agency that really is focused on engaging the community and providing services to the community as just support for whatever type of needs that they might have. So for us, that includes mental health services, but also a wide array of wellness services, including food pantry, crisis services if needed. In the community, we work in the schools here in Niles. We provide support to seniors as they go through kind of end-of-life changes. We do mediations for neighbors. We do all kinds of services, community education. So we really provide a large array of services with just the general focus of engaging the community, being a support to people in Niles, businesses in Niles, whatever we can do to look out for the wellness and reduce stress for people is kind of what we try to do with our services. So.
That's fabulous. The mediation kind of struck a note with me. That's
Sure.
great to have somebody in Niles if neighbors aren't quite getting along. There's someone they can reach out to.
Sure.
That's amazing.
Like we want people to be happy here, and we do our best to try to support them any way that we can. If we think we can help, we will. Our team has a wide range of background. We have a wide range of cultural backgrounds. So we have staff that speak over 8 languages, and so we really are just trying to engage with people the best we can and try to for people to have an enjoyable time and an enjoyable life.
I think when a lot of people think about Niles Family Services, they think about the senior center and the food pantry. So tell us a little bit about the senior center and what you guys offer.
Sure. My associate, Kelly Mickle, is the director of the senior center. We're here in the same building, and we do a lot of services together. Okay. They provide a lot of great programming for seniors in the community just to build socialization, to reduce isolation. We share the goal of, having healthy seniors. And we are able to work very closely together in the sense that they provide a lot of very great enrichment services to residents here and have been just a staple in the community for a long time. And, with Niles residents, that is such an important piece. And so we also, we complement those services by offering wellness services for seniors and focusing on kind of clinical based services to go along with the services they offer. And so those can be.
So the senior center is separate from you, but you guys do work in tandem.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we share a building together. We work together every day, and it's a very nice partnership. Yep.
So how did serving Niles change in mid-March when we went on lockdown?
Well, we all scrambled to figure out how we were going to continue to be able to provide services to people. So, as you know, a lot of social services and a lot of senior programming here is in person. Those of you that are familiar with therapy know that therapy is usually two people sitting in a room together, and so it took a lot of planning and kind of quick reacting to figure out how we could continue to maintain our services if we weren't going to be in person anymore. And so I give a healthy nod to our IT department here at the village for being there and being on the ball, ready to respond to that and being able to equip everyone so that we could do that. So what we tried to focus on was how do we ensure that the people that we work with, the people that have needs, that have mental health needs or conflict that they're working through or domestic violence situations that they're working through, how do we ensure that they're going to be able to still have someone to talk to, have someone to help them, have us as a resource. And so we focus really on trying to maintain the level of services that we were offering before and just moving them however we could to a way that worked for our clients. So for a lot of people that look like telehealth, which is a very popular option now, where it's either virtually sessions or phone sessions, and so we walk through our clients with that. And so to the extent that we could provide our services online or virtually, we did. And then the ones that we couldn't, we created the best safety plan we could to keep our food pantry in operation and our crisis service in operation. So we took a lot of pride in the fact that we were able to kind of maintain all our services and kind of keep this almost the same level of services in place after the pandemic hit.
That's great. Talk to us. You mentioned the food pantry a little, and I know there were large demands in the food pantry during kind of the height of lockdown, and I'm sure there still are. Tell us a little bit about how the food pantry had to operate and how it's operating now.
Sure. So for us, the change was that we had to really minimize the risk factors involved. And so what we tried to do was, where before we had like open hours where people could come in and get food, and then we offered emergency food as needed. We really had to shift. The building was closed, and we had to figure out safe ways to do it. So some members of our team, of my team, Kathy O'Grady, our senior coordinator, helped significantly with figuring out how we could move these operations outside, how we could stagger appointments and kind of have block schedules where we could essentially line cars up and have, we push carts of food outside and kind of have them come in and, one at a time, socially distanced and get food out that way. I think the remarkable story about this is that I've never seen the community step up the way that they did when this hit. I mean, it was amazing to me. Niles is just amazing community in that sense. We had grocery stores dropping off, truckloads of donations, pallets and pallets of donations here. We had community members coordinating for us. Randy Cash from Dear Frank's helped coordinate multiple pickups from every grocery store in town. And it was just amazing to see. We have residents who have stepped up.
Love to hear that. We love Randy and Dear Frank's.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. I'm so glad I got to know him since the pandemic started. And, community members that would just show up with trunks of food every week to donate to the food pantry. And so, it was nice. You don't hear those stories as often in the news, but this community helped this community get through, quite frankly, but by working together. So
love to hear that. So now you're back open.
Now we're back open. So as of September 1st, when the senior center opened their doors again for scheduled programming, we were able to open our doors back up too. We were working by appointment for a while just to minimize the number of people in the building, but now the doors are officially opened. And so we are able to have people kind of come in if they have an urgent need. We still are encouraging people to call and set up appointments as much as possible. But we do have our open hours And so we are operating kind of in a hybrid right now. So people are here physically in the building for the needs that may arise as far as crisis service and emergencies. But we are also still trying to plan as many appointments as possible via the phone. So.
Okay. Excellent. You touched on this, that a lot of our businesses stepped up and helped. So from Dear Frank's and Randy Cash, and I know State Farm Jeff Curry gave you guys a donation. Who do our businesses reach out to if they want to help you guys more, either with a monetary donation or with physical donations?
Sure. They can reach out to the main number that you put up on the screen earlier, or they can reach me. My number is just one digit off, 8461. Or they can mail it to our physical address. We do get a lot of checks in the mail, and that's just 999 Civic Center Drive here in Niles. So any of those are acceptable, and we really do appreciate it. We do get most of them, like I said, through the mail, and I do want to thank all the chamber members that have donated, because it really has helped us keep us going throughout this time. I mentioned a couple.
We want to thank you for everything you do for Niles. It's
sure.
Not every community has all of the support services that you're able to provide for our community.
We just like being a member of the community too. We have, what we hope we can offer to the community, just like everyone else has their things we offer. And we take a lot of pride in Niles, and we want to support everyone, no matter who they are in the community, businesses, individuals, no matter what their background. And so we do take great pride in that.
Thank you. So we always end on a little bit of a personal note. We're doing our best to support our restaurants, and we want to know where your favorite place to eat or carry out from in Niles is.
Oh, that's a tricky question, because it depends on what type of food and all kinds of other things. I do like a lot of restaurants in Niles. If I had to get, I'm a breakfast guy, so I really like Brunch Cafe a good bit, and Joe Donut. But I've also, Dear Frank's is a spot that I go to for lunch on the regular. Detroit Kebab House is another favorite of mine. So,
okay,
it's hard to pick one.
Love to hear it. We love to hear it. Darren, thank you so much for your time today, and we look forward to seeing more of you in the future.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.